the war room, we have made a almost 27-to-1 risk to ratio, almost zero risk. You want to understand how to make that type of trade, making 350 pips, snipe entry, almost snipe exit, and also being barely without any risk, understanding the math psychology, understand the technical, understanding the fundamental. Buckle up, bring your notepad. It's up to fucking grab. Now, we had previously a challenge altogether, but honestly, I got bored. I didn't like it. I forced myself. I hate forcing myself on things that I don't like to do. I am a trader, first and foremost, to do things that I love, not to obligate myself to do certain things that I don't enjoy. I enjoy from time to time breaking down these things, giving you guys free nuggets. Why not? Because of the society. Okay, I think I read this book by Andrew Carnegie, and it dawned into me. He said, "It is a shame to become rich and to die rich in a society that was first and foremost giving you all the accessibility. It's a shame." And honestly, it is a shame to actually never give back. And let's be honest, we feel good to giving back. I basically give this trade to the whole community war room. If you guys are still not aware, I have this public journal on my war room. The link is down below. We also have a free starter. We give soon enough, we're gonna give courses for free. We're gonna give what is trading, what are we trading, what is XAU, understanding the basic, all for free. My partner Felix is working on a video tutorial literally for free. Like, if you don't know what trading is, if you want to understand more trading, down below, get in the free stuff. Let's start this journey. Now, understand that we come from a lot of things that happened last week, and I mean the previous week, right? We had the interest rate cut that remained the same, the NFP that came really, really strong. We had Russia and USA starting to be heat up, then we had Russia and China start to do some drills, the sea of, I think, Japan, which is basically a message to US that don't fucking trigger us because we're coming for you as well. And we also had so again, I said NFP came out much more stronger. Interest rate cut is up to grab for September. I think we're at 90% right now. But more importantly, around this corner here, we had the conflict again with all the tariff. Fucking Trump is going nuts right now. So he basically wanted to impose higher tariff to India, so they're not coming into an agreement. So this was basically the catalyst of this fundamental driven trade, right? But how did I got this best possible price? That's the question that a lot of traders would actually ask themselves. If you don't ask yourself this question, well, it's time. Now, we had this bullish push momentum. We come in Monday, still the same thing. They came all the way back down, beautiful retracement, removed certain players on the left side, came back up pretty aggressively. We're talking about 400 pips. And then slowly but surely started to distribute their position to eventually have the best possible price. How did I got this one? Well, very simple. Before that, we wanted to actually take this trade. Let me show that to you. I had this initial fib. Okay. We had the 394-ish. I wanted to remove the take profit because we had a lot of confluences around there. And more importantly, in this specific push, when I saw that they were really aggressive, I mean, buyers were just pumping, and it was pretty evident, right? Like, everything is tilted upward, but then again, you have to go with the common logic, the timing, the math psychology. At that time, it was evident for me that they wanted to have the best possible price was 368. Okay, I was waiting for that price. I wanted them to actually push it all the way here, okay, and then push the price all the way back to 400. 400 is the best psychological price, but you want to remove yourself early on. Look what happened here, right? 400 is the best possible price, stopped at 97, bring it all the way back down. So knowing this information and also studying the price behavior, I knew that they didn't want it to go directly at 400. Best possible price for us to exit was 95, so I wrote in my journal, gentlemen, I'm waiting for that price, so 68. Unfortunately, this was so fucking fast that they just literally in less than like 30 minutes, 50 minutes stop here at 70. Then they pushed the price one just directly. But what was odd with that is that They stopped at 90. Really random number. I didn't got the reasoning why, so I had to dig down. I dig down, and you could see here we are consolidating in a range of 70, I mean 80, right? So 380, we were consolidating, pushed the price around Asia timing around 85. So then they start to push the price on a beautiful retracement, right? So we had this fib like this, okay? And also I had voila, this was it. Okay, so this is basically the two fib that I'd used to have the best possible price. I actually initially had 68 as best possible price. I'll show you guys all in the screenshots that we had on our war room. So my journal was like the best possible price around the day prior. I already set my buy limit around 68, so around this corner. So that was basically the 50%, so the half of the movement. Right there was my buy limit. But, you know, as fucking vampires, we don't ever sleep. I received an alert around 70, 72, I think. And then I had to like instantly open all the charts and watch and to make sure like this was the actual price. I call it off. I'll show you once again. I call it off. I said, wait a minute. I won't trigger it. I removed my buy limit because I felt the timing was completely erroneous. Like, you know, when you have the experience, when you have the gut feeling, you just know it. I knew that they wanted to push lower, so I brought this special, beautiful Fibonacci. And if you really want to understand the reasoning, you want to go all in the detail. We have, like I said, the war room. They could ask all the questions they want. You can ask your questions. It's fucking less than a gym membership. Is that it? I think it's like $69. I don't know. Anyways, very, very, very cheap. Very, very cheap for what you receive in terms of value. Especially that you can make pips and literally copy my journal if you desire. You can either learn or copy, your choice. You can copy, you can make pips, you can make, like this week we had 340 pips. 1 week. This pay for a lifetime of membership. Last month we made 800 something, 70 pips I think, last month only. You guys have every opportunity to be successful, but the only enemy that you have in your life is yourself. Like there's no one stopping you. No one is telling you not to go to the gym. No one is telling you not to read that book. No, the only lazy fucker is your shadow self. Let's call it up this way. You guys know exactly what it's best in your interests, but you're not tapping into that reality. It's your choice. So anyway, so they pushed the price all the way back to, so I did this box. You see that beautiful box? I said the best possible price is around this box. We're talking about 40 pips. I know it's bigger than usual. I don't usually have a big box like this, but the reason why I had this big box, it's because I'm trying to catch a knife that has fallen from the sky. It's so fucking dangerous. Like trying to get this price of a retracement, especially when it's melting fast like this, it's the hardest thing to do in trading. What's even harder is to get the actual snipe entry. So I had 58-ish, 58, yeah, I had 58 perfectly on the minus 27, 227. That was the 78.60. They stopped shy like 5 pips. They went up. I removed my buy limit right there, and then I instantly start execute. So I entered around 59. 59 was a great price, so call it a sniper. And they just started to push the price all the way back up to 80. Then they started to retrace here, and then I got another entry around here. So this was not in my journal because it was instantly just like an animal. I mean, just like a hunter that see the animal right in the forest. You don't have that time to think. You don't have time to go to your journal, or you get my point. You just fucking shoot. Okay, so I shoot here, then I wrote in my journal. This was a extra for myself. Did around 90 pips, removed the price around 81, 80, 79-ish. This was a, call it a filler trade. So these are bullets for my next upcoming big trades. So if you guys, once again, want to join us, we have all the fucking week that is upcoming. That was a 90 pips trade, and then afterward they start to go back, you know, around 1 a.m. for us Eastern time, and then they push the price all the way to where? Literally 97. Our take profit was at 93.5, 94-ish, something like that. So this was 340 pips. And the reason why it became this crazy risk to ratio. Initially, I had like 50 pips, 40, 50 pips of stop loss. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. It was an 8 to 7 to 9 to 1 risk to ratio. But then when we start going really aggressively upward, I even wrote it on my journal. I'll show you this right there on the screen once again, that it's okay. You can literally be break even, and I'm be close to break even. So I had like my stop loss like this. You can put it right there on top of your entry. It doesn't really matter. They will never gonna come back to the price because the idea was solid. Our Indian friend actually pushed the price for us. India, why? Well, like I said, tariff are really ruthless for them. So they pushed the price all the way back to, came back to 66, then pushed the price once again to 82, and then on and on and on. You see the drill. So this became literally a 27 to 1 risk to ratio, right? So that's how you do it, okay? It's a question of, sure, technical helps you to find the best price, but mainly the mass psychology, timing, and also the perspective of what is going on exactly with the market. Like, why do we have to push? The reason why from 68 they will push it to 95. There's a reason, gentlemen. Everything is interconnected. It takes time, it takes experience. You can either learn by yourself, you can learn it by someone else, you can have a mentor. It is on you. But remember, there's two things that are very valuable in this life. It's time and energy. And I don't think you want to waste these both on trying to find your way out of the maze. I mean, if some people have found a way, why the fuck you want to do it by yourself, right? Especially that we're playing a game of trading. We are playing with money. And if you're wrong, you lose money. So if you're not learning from a mentor or from someone or from a actual authentic group that is showing the losses, the win, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously, you're basically going to lose your time, wasting money either way by trying to learn by yourself. Be smart. If you want to be an exception in the norm, it's on you, and that's that. So this was a trade that we had, and my mistake was to be dwell into that win. I mean, I was basically burned mentally by Thursday. I had other opportunity. I told my partner they want to go back to 402, 405. They did it. Why didn't I enter here? Well, trading, it's all about the question of also being mentally sharp. I was not mentally sharp by this time. We put so much energy to simply have this specific trade, and for you guys to have all the fib, all the understanding, the selective fundamental, everything was right there. Fuck, there's a lot of work to do and behind the scene, but it's okay. We make it look easy because we've put the time. The unseen hour, I like to call it. Okay, so without further ado, I hope this was insightful for you guys. If you have any question, jot it down below. If you guys like those type of video, let me know. I'm gonna keep doing this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.